themselves the engineer.
Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Michael Boxerback, fresh off my holiday vacation, whatever you want to call it. I've been away for a week with the family down to Devon and had a bit of a relaxing time. I stayed away from most things, haven't really looked at much in the gaming news, etc. But you know, I'm back and I wanted to do a video today, and I wanted to discuss. Well, first of all, let's discuss Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, wow. I mean, I didn't watch the trailer whilst I was on holiday because I wanted to wait till I got home and then I could watch it on the big screen in the 4K. And Jesus, like, the game just looks incredible. I mean, I absolutely love the first Red Dead Redemption. I mean, I rate them higher, or I rate that game higher than anything in the GTA series. I absolutely loved it. The story was brilliant. The gameplay was amazing. This huge open world. There was just nothing that I could fault that game on. It was perfect in my eyes. And I'm not a big Western fan. I wouldn't say I was a Western fan. I mean, the only Westerns I really like are the Clint Eastwood ones. I'm not big into John Wayne and things like that. But it was just such a great game, and the story was just incredible, and the way that it pulled you in and drew you into the story, and all of the other side things that you could do as well. It was just incredible. And I've been wanting a Red Dead Redemption 2 for so long, or a continuation, you know, even if it wasn't called Red Dead, because obviously the original was called Red Dead Revolver, so whether they'd still use the Redemption name or not, you know, I was just looking forward to them doing their next Western style game. And you know, we had that first sort of teaser trailer that really didn't show a great deal, and then we had this big 5-minute gameplay trailer, and they did it properly. They did it, you know, not with all these like sequences that made no sense or anything. They actually had this woman talking you through it, very much like they did with the first Red Dead Redemption trailer, just talking you through the gameplay styles. And I'm assuming this is going to be the one of many videos that they're going to do on this, because they said the first one was about gameplay, if I remember rightly. But it just looks amazing. I really cannot wait for this game. October can't come quick enough, what with Red Dead Redemption 2 and Forza Horizons 4. It's going to be an interesting month. I mean, come the 26th, I think it's the 26th of October, I'm not going to be playing anything else. Red Dead Redemption is going to be my thing, and not only have you got this massive single player, but you've also got the multiplayer as well. It's just going to be amazing. That's going to be my go-to game for some time. And I mean, we've got Battlefield as well. We've got the new Battlefield growing. I mean, towards the end of this year, it's just going to be amazing for games, and it's going to be the same after Christmas as well. February time, we are just going to be sport for choice. All this nonsense that we've got no games, so, you know, it's just utter crap. It really is. I've got too many games now, so finding the time to play these other games, Jesus. But that gets me on to the other thing as well. I've got the gameplay going at the moment for Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I'm hoping, you know, that this game going on the back compat and Conviction on there as well. You know, are we going to see the OG Xbox Splinter Cells drop on the back compat soon? The biggest win for Xbox this generation is easily the back compatibility program. It is just absolutely amazing, the games that we are getting dropping on this now. I mean, I don't know why, and I absolutely love the Splinter Cell games. I've played all of them, and whilst I was on holiday, I went into in the UK we have these stores called CEX, and I just popped in there because I wanted to pick up some DVDs to watch in the evenings whilst we were back at the house, and I saw Splinter Cell Blacklist. They had one copy left, and it was £2, and I was like, "What?" I'm picking that up because I didn't have it in my collection now. For some reason, I haven't got it. It's probably in the old days, you know. Money was a bit stuck for cash in the old days, and it was a lot of trading games in those days. Luckily, I don't have to do that anymore. But I grabbed it, and that was that. I mean, I've come back and I've put it in, and it looks amazing. It plays incredibly well. And I couldn't understand why, but I hadn't finished this one. I'd only done 3 missions, and I couldn't understand why. And I could only tell that because of my achievement list. I have very few achievements on it, and I hadn't hardly touched the multiplayer as well. I was very bemused by that. I'm going to have to look back and see what else came out that year to understand why I didn't actually put much time into this game. It was very bizarre for me because the Splinter Cells were big games for me. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for an announcement on a new Splinter Cell in the near future. The only thing I can think of for this game is this was the first game that didn't have Michael Ironside voicing Sam Fisher, so whether that was a bit of a turn off for me, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a bizarre one, but I'm really enjoying going through it and playing through it now, and I've got to the point where I'm actually I've done missions past where I was, so I'm actually getting achievements now, which is always good. But something else, but just before I went away, just on the off chance, I went into the local CEX where I live, and I was having a look at the games, and I remember years ago somebody had said to me a good place to get retro pickups was a place called Cash Converters, which is a bit like a British style pawn shop, I suppose. People take things in there to get money for them. So I had a look in there, and they had piles and piles of original Xbox games and PlayStation 2 and PS1 and GameCube. They had it all in there, but they had loads of original Xbox games, and I picked up Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which had literally just dropped on OG Xbox back compat. Kung Fu Chaos, which was a fantastic game, and that was by the guys now Ninja Theory, which I loved that game on the OG Xbox, the Kung Fu Chaos, and at the time they were called Just Add Monsters, but it was such a great fun game, and they had that, and From Russia with Love as well, and I picked up those 3 games and I got them for £2. I think it was like buy 2 get 1 free or something stupid like that. So a bit of a hint for everybody: if you're looking for OG Xbox games, get into Cash Converters if you're in the UK, because their OG Xbox games are cheap. I think I saw PS2 games in there as well, like for 10 for a fiver. And I know San Andreas is going for a lot more than that, and I paid less than £1 for it. And the other remarkable thing about San Andreas is the OG Xbox version. But when I put it into the Xbox and installed it and then run it, it came up with the Xbox 360 splash screen, and it's got achievements. So the original OG Xbox version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas installs as the Xbox 360 version for some reason, and there's achievements on it, which is fantastic. So I'm not complaining of that. I mean, it is a real win-win for the Xbox, the back compat program. It's amazing. I mean, I think there's how many games did I see were on that? I should have checked this before I did the video, but I think there's over 500 games on the back compat. On the Xbox One now. I may be wrong, but I'm sure I read somewhere it was 500. I should have checked that before I did the video, but I just like to do my videos, and I just like to I don't write things down, I just do it as I think it, and that's just how I do my videos, and I find my videos are better for that because they sound more natural. I'm not reading off things, but sometimes I'll get through them and I think I wish I'd checked that before I did the video, but that's just the way it goes anyway. But yeah, no, it is a real win-win for the Xbox One. It's the biggest feature and the biggest selling point in my point of view for this console, and it's something that Xbox is obviously very interested in, and they will continue to do on the new Xbox Scarlets, or whatever they decide to call it. Back compat is a big thing, and it's here to stay, and I'll be amazed if we don't see more and more and more of these games appearing. I'd love to see the original Splinter Cells, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, Pandora Tomorrow. I'd love to see them come on the back compat as well, because these games just shine on this new system, and the upscaling and everything is just absolutely brilliant. I think it's got the automatic 16 times anti-aliasing. It just improves the graphics to no end. It just looks amazing. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Please check out all my other content. If you haven't subscribed already, please drop a sub, like the video, and make sure you check that bell icon at the bottom as well to get notified of when new content is coming. There will be a podcast coming soon. I just need to get together with the guys and find out who's on holiday, when, where, and what, and we'll get those podcasts up and going again. And myself and Hebot and eRockX will be bringing the microfilm podcast very shortly soon too. I'm still on my live stream ban, unfortunately, so it will be probably on Hebot's channel for the microfilm podcast, and again for the micropod. The last micropod was done on Andy Mackay's channel. I'll leave a link down below for that, so you can check that out. That was an experience. But that's it. That's all I've got for you today. So please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the back compat program on Xbox One, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.